Welcome back, everybody. This is Dr. Dag Gaming, and today we're going to do a couple of cleanup quests after the Circle of Magi quest, and then we will go back to camp and have a little chat with all of the other party members, and then we will wrap up. We just want to wrap up all the little things before we go to Red Cliff in the next couple of episodes. So, also, we will be doing the Morrigan Romance. But this is one of the quests right here. You got to kill Shawward. That's what you get for completing one of the, I think, the statues quest in the previous episode. Alright, let's see where we have to go next.
Is there something you need? It is...
Okay, let's head to camp. So basically, after you finish any of these big missions, you want to go around and talk to every one of your companions and give them gifts, level them up, put them with new equipment, just to make sure that you can keep everybody up and ready to go if you want to switch parties anytime.
You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
You'll get a lot of approval in these conversations, so you can do your best to just guess what it is. You don't have to maximize during conversations because you have plenty of gifts and other ways to increase their approval from big decisions, you know, so it's not a huge deal.
Evidently not. It remains...
As far as the romanceable characters, you've got Liliana, Alistair, Morrigan, and Zevran. Morrigan is very, very easy to romance. All you have to do is be promiscuous and just do the obvious ones. Liliana takes a little bit more, and you definitely have to basically get her approval up slowly and talk to her often, because what can happen is if you can soft lock yourself out of romancing Liliana because get her approval too high too quickly, because there's a set things that she has to say. It's a little bit easier as a female to get her to romance, but just be careful. Also, don't try to romance too many people at the same time because it will end up going badly, but you can at least do 2 per run. Zevran's really easy, as well as, and Alistair is a little bit more difficult, but again, very, very easy. You already have to do a couple playthroughs if you're trying to 100%, so you would definitely want to save yourself some time. Romance probably Morrigan and Zevran in the first run, Liliana and Alistair in the second one. However, you have to be a female to romance Alistair, so your second character would have to be a female, and then you romance Alistair and then Liliana, and then break one of their hearts. So that's one option. Like I said, you have to do at least 3 runs to get to level 20, so honestly, just keep Liliana and Alistair separate on separate runs, and then do Morrigan and Zevran in 1 run.
Are you sure I can't interest you? I'm
Go ahead and start giving some gifts.
Very nice. Very...
The Black Grimoire will let Morrigan talk to you.
Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Obviously, you have the what, don't I even get a kiss?
I do not
And
intend
that
to
can
squander
kind of
this
help you get
opportunity.
there. Sten likes the portrait.
I am impressed. My thanks.
All the alcohols are mainly the dwarf ogren that you won't get for a while. The silver chain is basically anybody can go to anybody. The small gold bars are Zevran, so we still got to hang on to a couple of these. You can do some chanting while you're here. You probably have a couple pretty good ones at this point. Go to Soldier's Peak, drop off some equipment.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
You'll get a little cutscene here.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
And this is
Even
Zevran.
crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Just here to drop off some extra equipment and other things that I'm not going to use right now, that I don't necessarily want to sell.
What can I do, sir?
Back to party camp.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found? 'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands, but this is not it. Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries. That is closer to the truth than you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
That is creepy.
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose. Do not be sorry. There is only one possible. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Kill the mother-in-law.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours. Not really, but the sooner the better, no? I am grateful. It is cold in my tent.
And here you go. Here she's trying to romance you, and just go ahead and with this, and you'll probably get the achievement.
Come to my tent? But whatever shall we do in that tiny little space together while we wait for it to warm? Good. Then let us waste no more time with foolish talk.
Awkward sex scene. There you go.
I see the stories they tell of Grey Warden endurance are not exaggerated. Not at all. Legends abound regarding such. The unanswered question, of course, is whether the endurance exists because of the taint within you, or because the Grey Wardens are by nature so.
At this point, you don't have to maintain romancing her since you already got the achievement, but in the DLC, it is probably best if you go ahead and romance Morgan on at least one run, because it will come into play. But now you have Morgan's romance achievement.
I wish only to do what I desire, and should you decide not to continue our misadventure, then so be it. Very simple, is it not? Then we should get along. Come then, let us be off before. I have something for you. 'Tis a ring. Now before you get any food... Flemeth once gave me the ring because it allowed her to find me no matter where I went. I disabled its power as soon as we left the wilds. Recently, however, I thought to change it. Now, I will be able to find whoever wears it instead. It is not given out of sentimentality. I believe you were too important to risk. If you were captured, this ring would allow the rest of us to find you quickly. You are welcome. So, full of questions, are you? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Perhaps? Shall I consult my... Never! You will have to carry me!
Okay, let's talk to Sten.
Yes. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As...
Alright, nothing from him. Let's talk to Alistair.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Nothing there. Let's talk to Liliana.
Yes? Well, here I am.
Alright, nothing there.
The Templars of the Chantry stand there are always areas... The Templars of the Chantry stand ready, Grey Warden. There are always areas to improve on, Grey...
Talk to Wynn.
It's been a long day. Rest. Yes, as you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken. Thank you, but in all honesty, I do not know how... But there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think... Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Here comes Mom Wynn.
The first time I saw an abomination, it was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most. Every mage is vulnerable. One slip. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they... Of late, I have begun to wonder if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity. Yes, I never saw that. You're quite taken with each other, aren't you? I've noticed your blossoming relationship. She is a cunning woman, a maleficar. She will use you for her own ends. That is some consolation. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities. Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be... A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do? You may have to save one or both of you unnecessary anguish later on. I have given my advice. Is there something you need? I will answer to the best of my... So many are gone. It will be difficult for a while, but I have no doubt that people don't become mages. They are... I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I didn't have a family. I never knew I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to... The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a and I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found it. He ran screaming, dripping. The Templars arrived several mornings later. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the... I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was... Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle. It has been almost a year, hasn't it? Do you miss the town? You can take a mage out of the Circle, but you can't take the Circle out of them. He was joking, but there is some truth to the statement. A mage never really leaves the Circle, and for the rest of your life you will be seen as a Circle mage. Yes, even though you are a you represent both mages and Grey Wardens, and your actions may reflect well or badly on both groups. Oh, but listen to me go on. You start a conversation, and I just run away with it, don't I? I've been mentoring apprentices for so long, it's become something Is there something you need? I will answer to the best of my ability. Is there something you need? It is no trouble.
And always go and pet your dog.
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Leave my dog alone, Alistair.
Hey!
Talk to Shale.
It speaks. It doesn't have bed.
Okay. I think for the most part that's it. We'll gather this party and we will travel to the next location, which we're going to do is Redcliffe. Zevran will very likely invade us in the next episode, so until then, this is Dr. Dad Gaming out. I'll see you in the next one.